All right, y'all. So we gonna get into the story because I had a few people reach out to me, and they want to know more details about what happened. And of course, I got y'all. All right. So let's start off by giving this person a name. We're gonna call her. We're gonna call her B. The reason why we're gonna call her B is because I do not want to put nobody's name out there, so I have to give out fake names. All right. Let's get into it. All right. So I knew B for over 10 years. B, that was my dog. Like, that was, excuse me, that was my homie, bro. Like, we was together all the time. We used to fucking pick out the same outfits to dress alike. We used to do our hair like we was tight. We was right on race, okay? So, in this story, I will be fast forwarding a little bit because, some details just don't need to be talked about. So, we're going to fast forward to the year of 2018. 2018 was the year that my husband proposed to me. B, she missed that. Skip to 2019. 2019 was the year that I got married. B missed that as well. That really made me feel some type of way. I never let that go. But we are also not going to forget that B was there for me through thick and thin. Like, B was there. If I picked up the phone and called her, told her my my toenail fell off. B coming. Like, if I needed her, B was right there. B never missed a beat when it came to me and my kids. And the crazy part is, B always wanted to be there. Like, she did not want to be kept out the loop when it came to me. Like, she wanted to be there, no matter how big or how little the situation was. So, let's fast forward to the year of 2021. That was the most traumatizing year of my life. I went through a lot in that year. I lost my big, beautiful home. Me and my husband went through a separation. And I lost my girlfriend, whom was my childhood friend. I was going through a lot in 2021. So, 2021, I had to move out of my house, right? B wanted me and my kids to live with her. I already thought and felt that was a bad idea because when you move in with someone, things change. And I didn't want to lose our friendship, so I told her, like, I'ma just go to a shelter, yada yada yada. She begged. She told me all the reasons why she felt like I shouldn't have went to a shelter. So after days of begging and asking me, texting me, calling me about us staying with her, what did I do? I moved in with B. Biggest mistake, y'all. So when I moved in with B, I seen a lot of things that upset me and bothered me. Okay? We're not going to get too deep into details when it comes to that situation. That's a different story for a different time. But I was so stressed out. I was so depressed. It got to a point when I wanted to myself. It is no joke behind that. I was going through it really, really, really bad. And guess what, y'all? B looked past all of that. Like, I was really sad and down bad, okay? I'm just thinking mistake. So, I packed me and my kids' bags, and we went to a shelter. I swear I felt relieved. I was literally happy to be in a shelter at that time, which sounds crazy as hell. But baby, I had more peace there. So I want to say that I stayed in a shelter for like 2 to 3 months, something like that. So I felt it was no progress living in the shelter. So what did I do? I went back to B house. So at this time, I was not working. I had a car, but not working was my biggest thing. So I started doing DoorDash and Uber. So when I was doing DoorDash and Uber, I ended up getting fired from Uber because I didn't have a license, right? So when you don't have a license, you basically put you riding a bike. So I went to this lady house. I don't know what happened, but I went to this lady house and the bitch reported me. Insane, y'all. And I forgot what happened with DoorDash. I can't really remember. I think they wasn't trying to pay me. Something happened. I forgot. But yeah, had to stop working, both of them. And that shit blew me for a loop. Like, oh, let's rewind. So when I was doing like Uber and DoorDash and stuff, B had a problem with that. Like, B wanted me to be in the house all day. Like, bro, who the fuck? What? Yeah, I had left the kids in the house or whatever, but they was old enough to fend for themselves. I ain't gonna lie, my kids probably was doing shit. But instead of talking to me about some of the things that was happening, she was talking to her other friends and seeing like little stuff to my kids. Yeah, that was, yeah. So I'm like, something has to give. This is insane. I cannot stay here. Like, this is blowing me. Like, this is about to fuck up our friendship for real, because it's a lot of things, like I said before, I'm seeing, and then I'm just not feeling right. I want to say, I think this other person down. This other person, we gonna call him Pop. Pop let me and my kids come stay with him. Me and Pop, like, that's my best, that's my fave. Like, that's my favorite person. Okay? So me and the kids, we moved in Pop's house. Pop moved out of his house and gave his house to me and the kids. You can't tell me they ain't the real one. So me and the kids, we moved in Pop's house. Things was going good. I think me and B, we wasn't talking probably for a little bit. Nothing too major. But we ended up started talking again. Things was chilling. Excuse me. But I still felt some type of way because of the situation when I was living in B house. And how she didn't see my hurt. She didn't see my pain. Sis, I done sat in my car many times in front of your door thinking of ways to off myself. Like, sis, how you didn't see that, but you seen everything else before I moved in your house? But I just said, that's the past. I moved on from it. Really didn't move on from it, to be honest. But, you know, I didn't want to dwell on that. I prayed about it and kept it moving. So me and B, we continued on with our friendship or whatever. Our friendship was kind of rocky. It was not the best like it used to be. Things changed a whole lot. But I stuck around to try and work the friendship out. And I'm going to be honest. Everything just felt forceful. Like, it just felt like it was forced. It didn't feel genuine. Like, it was just things that was just happening. I'm sorry, y'all. So I gotta back up because it was a couple things that is important in this story that I did not mention. So when I was living in B house, I had applied for jobs and stuff like that. I had finally got hired at the job that I'm at right now, and I thought things was going good, but clearly they was not. So I got hired at this job July 20th, 2022. Never forget it. So of course I had to leave the kids at her house while I go to work. One day she reached out to me and she was like, you know, me and my husband, you know, we're stressed out. This is affecting our marriage or whatever. So she said that they needed a break. Basically, they needed a break from me and my kids being in their house. In reality, they didn't need a break from me. They needed a break from my kids, right? But my whole thing is, you wanted us to live in your house so bad, and now you and your husband, y'all need a break. You know we have nowhere to go right now. If we go anywhere, it's going to be at a shelter. And I just left the shelter and came back to your house for a second time. So what, you want us to go to a shelter for a couple of days and then come back to your house? We got to make it make sense. I'm so sorry, but I got to come back with a part 2 because my 10 minutes is about to be up. Don't worry, I won't take too long.